So, was Devon able to defeat Kamil Jablonski, or the speculations that we have about him losing to Kamil are correct? We'll discuss that in this video. Hello, Armwrestling fans. In today's video, we have Devon versus Kamil. Denis Cyplenkov comeback updates, his training updates from the latest Arm Olymp video. Then a couple of interview highlights about Artem Morozov. One from the Engin interview and the other interview was on a Russian channel. And finally, we have a community post discussion from Engin and also discussion of Artem Morozov's future opponents. So let's discuss. Devon versus Kamil. If you go to Armwars YouTube channel, it shows that it will be uploaded on Armwars members page in about 3 hours time from the upload of this video. That's a left arm match. You can purchase any tier membership you want and you'll get to see the match. Initially, the plan that Neil Pickup had for this match was to release it on February 3rd, but he postponed it with 1 month, which is a good deal, I guess. Finally, he listened to the audience, the fans, or maybe just the editing finished early. He was expecting it to take more time. Whichever is the case, we get to see the match. So a couple of news. Devon lost the coin toss in that super match. So he will be having the buckle on his left arm in the first round. And then he was talking about press, an inside move, during the entire interview sitting in front of Kamil Jablonski before that super match. So he knows, and we also discussed on this channel that as soon as Devon saw Kamil beating Cody Spermerit's top roll with a flop press, he immediately had to, or he immediately must drop his plan to top roll, because Devon's top roll is not going to be as strong as Kamil's press, at least not in the beginning few rounds. Maybe he tires him out later on, but that also doesn't seem to be the case. And that's why Devon was discussing that even if he needs to break his own arm by shooting forward with an inside shoulder commitment move, he's gonna have to do that. He's prepared to do that. So we'll have to wait and see what he really did. So we saw Devon in kind of a winning position if we discuss the Arm Wars poster or thumbnail that they uploaded. So did Devon win this super match? Because Devon was in this position, basically the position that he was in against Dave Chaffee in the second round of their super match. When Devon is under the table, he tires his opponents out. Slowly he starts standing up, bringing his arm in the winning side closer to his body and looks at his opponents, asking them to quit, and then he slowly pushes it down when the opponent has absolutely no bicep resistance there. That was the exact position. Let me just show you very quickly. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be doing any editing on this one. Don't have enough time, unfortunately. So that's the position. Sometimes Devon does it before the match starts as well. If you remember, Levan actually attacked Devon first before the go, and then Devon kind of retaliated. He also brought Levan's arm and he also pushed it down and he started looking at Levan like this. So maybe this is one of those situations. We cannot say for sure, but this for sure looks like a winning position from Devon Larratt. And I'm assuming that this is from this match and not from one of the previous matches. Neil doesn't really use the older screenshots to promote matches like that, so it has to be from this one. He's looking in a winning position, but I'm not sure what the context behind that really is. So let's talk about Denis Cyplenkov now. So Denis has been training since a couple of weeks. He's doing super light work as of now, working only for kind of endurance work on the table. He's not going all out. He says that that's kind of the negative effects of being old. You lose your muscle mass immediately and you really don't feel good when you start training after some break. He's hearing some crunching sounds and whatnot, but the good thing is that he doesn't really have any pain as of now. Maybe those injections are working. This time Babkan and Denis both said that they will not be putting out their entire training program, their entire training style for the opponents to watch. This is what I also discussed when Denis arm wrestled Sergey Tokarov. I said this video clearly shows that Devon is going to beat Denis, and it is also showing how Devon is going to beat Denis. And people were criticizing, but after the match was over, even Engin said that that was a bad move. Basically, they were showing everything that Devon needs to know in order to beat Denis Cyplenkov. This time they listened to Engin and they're not going to do that. So about the Ermes Gasparini match, Denis said this: Ermes is a good, strong guy. We are friends. Hopefully, he won't act like Larrat. So Denis seemingly looks like still upset from the Devon Larratt match, the way Devon kind of trash talked against him, about him and Babkan, bunch of stuff that he didn't really like. So this time he doesn't wish it happens. But Ermes also wants to promote his match, but I don't think he's going to be extra 2 steps forward in terms of the trash talk game. So I hope it is going to be good with Denis Cyplenkov. Then they also said that they are going to do a live stream, a monthly live stream. So the fans should prepare their questions. Maybe they can ask under that video as well, or maybe they can keep their questions with them for the live stream, which is going to be done monthly by them, and respectful. That's what they said. You guys need to be respectful. We all need to be respectful. So Artem Morozov interviews with Engin Terzi and the Russian channel. Morozov said that he's having some elbow pains since the Tobias Sporong match. He tried to kind of flop press in the first round against Tobias. It hurt his elbow and it still hurts. It was hurting in the Artem Morozov match as well, that in the Alex Kordecha match as well, and that's why he's going to take some rest before he competes again on the left arm. For sure, he's not going to take any matches for the April card. He's going to compete right-handed for the April one, and we'll discuss that as well towards the end of this video maybe. So Tobias Sporong injured him. That's something that we've already discussed, and he said that his gym lifts are only 80% since his stomach issues. So he was not 100% according to him when he faced Alex Kordecha, and he still defeated him. So maybe, yes, even I questioned, Devon Larratt also questioned Artem Morozov's #1 place, but maybe he's slowly solidifying it. If he was only 80% and still defeated Morozov, maybe Vitali can also be in trouble if Morozov gets to 100%. He said that he was surprised by Alex Kordecha's joint power in the hook and also his endurance, and we all, to be honest, were kind of surprised after seeing that. Even those guys like me who predicted Alex to win that super match, we were also surprised. This glitch issue is kind of irritating. Okay, not a problem. So Devon Larratt versus Dadikyan. This was one question that was asked to Artem Morozov, and to this he replied that this can be a good match if Dadikyan is able to move Devon off center. He can do many things from there, maybe a top roll, maybe a hook move, and a bunch of stuff, but he didn't really say who is the favorite. Looks like he's also considering Devon a slight favorite, not by a huge margin. Endurance is also going to be mattering a lot in that super match. Then in the Russian interview, Artem Morozov was asked, this was the first question and kind of exciting, if he's willing to sign contracts with Engin Terzi or if he has already signed one. To this, Artem replied that he doesn't want to be tied under contracts as of now, and also Engin has not offered him any contracts yet. So maybe if Engin offers a lucrative offer, maybe Artem Morozov changes his opinion because he's going to get some left and right-handed matches. There are some good right-handed matches for him as well. And since we are discussing about these right arm matches, let's see that poster as well. So Engin Terzi posted this recently, just about 30 minutes ago. Who should Artem Morozov pull next? Beautiful photo, by the way, HD quality. I think Solarun did these photos. So my answer to this question is Jerry Big Daddy Caderet. Either Jerry versus Morozov or Jerry versus Denis would also have been fine in my opinion. Same goes for Monster Michael Todd. Michael Todd also commented under this post. He said definitely a match that I want in the future, but not as of now. Michael isn't ready for Morozov's power yet. He wants Frank Lamparelli or Sandri Sedis, which I think is a smart move as well. So Engin is asking people who should Morozov face. Please mention in the comments under this video as well. Maybe somebody sends a screenshot to Artem Morozov if one name gets big likes. If I want to be biased, please put Jerry Cadret under that and I'll be really happy. And Jerry as well, hopefully. So after that, he said that for Devon Larratt, he needs more time. There was a question, can you face Devon? Can you beat Devon? For Devon, I need more time on the right. I'm not ready yet. And for the left, I need more time for anyone because I'm planning on resting it. This is what Morozov said. So Denis versus Ermes prediction. He said, out of respect, I'm rooting for Denis Cyplenkov. So does that mean that he has Ermes as the favorite? Well, he didn't really say that, but by the way he was talking about it, it looks like that Morozov may consider Ermes as the favorite of that match. Levan versus Devon. In Engin's video, he didn't really say that Devon is the favorite. He said kind of equal, but he's rooting for Devon Larratt for sure because Devon's trash talk has taken the popularity of arm wrestling and the success of arm wrestling, the future of arm wrestling and the present of arm wrestling at a whole nother level. Well, I added too many words. He didn't really say them, but he was basically trying to say that. I can guess, I can predict, sixth sense. So that's why he wants Devon to win. But in the other interview, he also said that Levan is an underdog. He didn't really say anything, not well, at least not much after that. So Levan is the underdog in Morozov's mind. After that, he said Dennis actually said that Artem Morozov has changed his coach. So sometimes we think that, not we, the elite level arm wrestlers think that since they are really strong, why would they need to take coaching or training from a guy who they can easily beat on the table? That's the kind of mentality arm wrestlers are operating. That's my guess mostly, but I think that's true. So good to see that Morozov has a coach, and most of the Kazakh arm wrestlers do have a coach. It's like Usain Bolt taking running lessons, coachings from a guy who had a really fat belly. Well, he was already the fastest man in the world, but he still had a coach who probably couldn't run 15-second 100-meter at that time. Well, maybe 14. So maybe that's not how it works. Coaches are sometimes different than elite level arm wrestlers. They're not themselves at that level. I hope I'm able to make myself clear. So Engin Terzi uploaded a community post. This is what it said. Instead of a few countries from overseas, I decided that all EU members countries and UK will be counted as West from now on. So that is a big move. Engin did it because it doesn't seem like it's North America versus the world. He wants to make it fair. But is it fair? When I searched the EU countries, it kind of shocked me. To be honest, I didn't know how many countries there are in the European Union. But just look at this list, man. Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria. So now Sasha Andreev is a champion from the West. Wow. And the Krasi versus John match was a West versus West match. Bojidar, great arm wrestlers. Svetan Geshesky cannot really compete there, but he's also West if in fact the problems are solved. Croatia, Reno Masic. Wow. Republic of Cyprus, okay. Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Frank Lamparelli. Then Germany, Leonidas Arcona versus Schoolboy. Now it's going to be East versus West. Then we have Italy. Ermes Gasperini is a West arm wrestler from now on. That's a big move. Latvia, Coach Ray, Yanis Omolin, Sandris Sedis, Kristaps Blumanis. Lots of legendary arm wrestlers. Lithuania, Mindaugas Teresaitis. Then we have Luxembourg, nobody really there. Malta, only Kirsten Prodigy. Netherlands, Poland, Alex Kurdecha. Wow. Then we have Portugal, Romania, Sabin Bedulescu, Slovakia, Barbora, female world champion, another world champion from the West, Spain, Sweden, lots of great Swedish arm wrestlers. That's going to be a big move, man. To be honest, that's a huge move. I'm not sure how it is going to affect arm wrestling, but the West may start winning in the future. Engin tried, he waited, but the West weren't really winning many matches. That's why he had to do that. Hit the thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll see you again.